No one is going to take our democracy away from us. Not now, not ever. Fighting words from presidential hopeful Joe Biden as the election count crawls on in the US. The Democrat remains on course to win the White House, with several media outlets calling the critical states of Michigan and Wisconsin for Joe Biden. But as yet, neither Biden or Donald Trump have reached the essential 270 electoral college votes needed to secure the presidency. But regardless of how the final numbers fall, the lawyers are already firing up. Let's go now to correspondent Nadia Romero in Washington, D.C. Nadia, what is the mood there on the streets of Washington today?
Well, Lisa, we saw these boarded up businesses and shops for the past couple of days anticipating political unrest. And we've seen a little bit of that in the streets of Philadelphia and Raleigh, North Carolina, and here in Washington, D.C. But the mood has changed from the anti-Trump protesters who have gathered at Lafayette Square, which is now called Black Lives Matter Plaza, right across the street from the White House. Yesterday, last night, when it was the election day, they gathered, they were angrily chanting, they were on bullhorns. The next day, Wednesday, the day after the election, we saw those same people come out and they were cheering with signs, singing, dancing, celebratory mood, completely different mood because they started to see the numbers coming in. And Joe Biden is so close to being the next president of the United States. That's what his supporters wanted to see. So the mood in the country has definitely changed, but there is definitely still some concern. People are questioning the validity of the election and why are the numbers changing this late in the game? And it all points to those absentee mail-in ballots. Record number of Americans, some 100 million, participated in early voting. Those have to be counted. And so we've seen in certain states like Arizona, like Georgia, a back and forth and a narrowing of that margin, a lead for either Joe Biden or Donald Trump. And it just won't be over anytime soon.
Have you heard from Donald Trump today? Because I see reports that he's been pretty active on the phone, calling people he might not be that happy with.
Yeah, he's calling the governors of different Republican states. In Arizona, he's calling the governor there in Georgia, asking them, can you do something? Is this a fair and free election? And demanding that they help him. The president feels like the election is being stolen from him. And I want to make it very clear, there is no evidence of fraud. There's no evidence of fraud. But the president believes the election is being stolen from him. He's taken to Twitter, which he likes to do. He's been doing that for more than the past 4 years, really, since he's been president, taking to Twitter and airing out his grievances. And that is why we're seeing a lawsuit after lawsuit launched by the Trump campaign to stop having ballots counted in this state where the president might be up and he doesn't want to see those ballots coming in from Democratic strongholds. And then in other states, he wants them to continue counting ballots because those absentee ballots are coming in from Republican strongholds that may help his numbers. We're also seeing the president demanding a recount in Wisconsin, and this is important. In 2016, he won the state of Wisconsin by about 20,000 votes with a 0.7% margin. Right now, he's losing Wisconsin by about 0.6% margin. Joe Biden has been declared the presumed winner of the state of Wisconsin. Now the president wants a recount. Well, that recount is going to cost him millions of dollars. Around about $3.5 million is what it costs to do a recount in Wisconsin in 2016. So the president, his campaign, has been sending out emails asking for donations to his legal fund.
Lovely to talk to you, Nadia. Thanks for joining us this evening. That is Nadia Romero, who's in Washington, D.C. And as she says there, even when the count is actually over, the fight is going to continue. Rudy Giuliani also speaking on behalf of the Trump camp, saying they are going to take any number of lawsuits over the results.